First, I want to get your pros and cons of aluminum alloy. These are some of our, most frequently asked questions about aluminum bats. So let's start off with just the pros and cons of alloy.
Yeah, so I kind of touched on them a little bit earlier, but a lot of times when people are shopping online, you sort by price.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in baseball. The baseball world, price usually doesn't matter to a baseball player, but for some parents, I'm sure it does. So alloy bats are typically going to be less expensive than, like one-piece alloy bats are typically going to be less expensive than a hybrid or a fully composite bat. Aluminum, there's no break-in. Usually it's going to be at its peak performance right off the production line. And they're pretty durable. I would say most often an alloy bat is going to last longer, hold its performance level maybe a little bit longer than a composite bat would.
That's a pretty good list of pros there.
Yeah, it is. The cons are they're usually heavier. So an alloy bat usually is going to be geared more towards a middle of the lineup, stronger hitter. They do swing heavier. They usually have a smaller sweet spot just due to the weight of the material per ounce. And it's usually a little bit towards the end, which leads to that heavier swing weight. And then if you hit a ball, hit a little closer to the handle, hit it way out on the end, you're going to feel it a lot more than you would with a two-piece composite or hybrid bat.
Yeah, and those one-piece aluminum bats, there is no protection for your hands. I know that Marucci's been working pretty intensively over the last couple of years to try and mitigate those vibrations on their cat series. Because their cat series is a tremendous series, but it is a one-piece aluminum alloy bat. So they've done some stuff with the knobs, but the way that I've always described it, if you think about a one-piece aluminum alloy bat, it is one sheet of metal that is rolled up into a bat. So if you think of a sheet of metal like a baking tray in the kitchen, is my favorite analogy. And
Don't try this at home.
You drop that tray, it sits there and it rattles and it vibrates. And if you think about holding one side of it, you're going to feel every bit of those vibrations. So one thing you might want to think about when swinging one of these bats, a thicker grip tape.
Yep.
That can help be a little bit of a buffer. But
batting gloves.
Batting gloves are, I don't like batting gloves, but I know some people do. Most people do. Basically, everyone in the community does, except for me.
But yeah, some of your like elite level players, they want that vibration. They want to know.
That's feedback.
Right, exactly. It's direct feedback. They want to know when they're not hitting it right. What do they need to adjust in their swing, their timing, things like that. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're sitting in the cage, taking 100, 200 swings, you're going to feel it.
Yeah.